So this is going to be part 2 of our algebra quiz review. Some key concepts from algebra that really help us out in geometry this year. So here, first thing we're doing here is solving the proportions, right? So if you remember, if we are saying ahead of time that these are proportional, down here we're asking the question. Okay, that'll be a little bit different. If I already know they're proportional, then I can cross multiply. This rule is going to be true. This means that 2x is equal to 3 times 9. So 2x is equal to 27. So I divide by 2 on both sides, and I get x equals 13.5. Okay. If I know they're proportional, then cross multiplication is allowed. So in the next one, I want to take 12 times 15 and 16 times x. So I want to take 16x, right? That's 16 times x, and set it equal to 12 times 15. So what's 12 times 15? It's 180. So I have 16x equals 180. And now we would divide both sides by 16. Okay, so we get x equals 180 divided by 16. That's 11.25. Okay. If you get a decimal for this one, just round it to one decimal place, okay? And put your answer on the Edpuzzle question that we have next. So if we cross multiply correctly here, we have 7x, 7 times x, equals 6 times 5. We're going to cross multiply. So I have 7x equals 30. So we have to divide both sides by 7 here to solve for x. So we have 30 divided by 7, and that is, to one decimal place, 4.3. Okay, so hopefully we got that. Now we're looking at these and we want to know, are these proportional? So the easiest way to do this is to see if the cross product rule works. Okay, we're going to ask the question. I'm going to say, does 4 times 12, if I cross multiply there, does that equal 3 times 16? That's how I have to answer this. 4 times 12 is 48. 3 times 16 is also 48. So here we are good. We're going to say, yes, they are proportional. Okay, if the rule for cross products works, then we say, yes, they're proportional. Let's try the next one. Is 6 times 3, is that equal to 9 times 2? 6 times 3 is 18. 9 times 2 is also 18. So this is another yes. Those are proportional. Okay? Let's try the next two on our own in the Edpuzzle. So if we did these correctly, I would take 3 times 8, and I want to see if 3 times 8 is equal to 2 times 18. 3 times 8 is 24. Is that equal to 2 times 18, which is 36? No. Okay, so those are not proportional. Here we have 12 times 4, and we would like to know if that's equal to 24 times 3. Okay, so 12 times 4 is 48. Okay, 24 times 3 is 72. So this is also a no. Right? And you can see 12 over 24, that's 1/2. 1/2 is smaller than 3/4, right? This is 1.5, and 8 does not go into 18 evenly. So those are both would have been no's. Okay, so remember with slope, you can use your slope equation. You can have it written down when you're taking your quiz. It'll be handy to have. But you subtract the 2 y coordinates, and you can really subtract them in either order as long as you subtract the x coordinates in the same order. x2 over x1. Okay, and this again is for any 2 points where you have x1 with y1. They are an ordered pair, and then the other pair is your x2 and your y2. It's your other ordered pair. So I like to just go right in order. I'm going to take the first y coordinate I see, which is 2, and subtract that with the other y coordinate that I see, which is 8. Then I'm going to take the first x coordinate I see, which is -10. See how the 2 and the 10, they live together? If I go, the y's have to be in the top, x is in the bottom. And then I'd have -10 minus 6, the other y. So 2 minus -8 is -6. -10 minus 6 is -16. and then let's just simplify this. We have a negative over negative, so our answer ought to be positive. And both of these numbers divide evenly by 2. So this would be positive 3/8. Right? That line's going to go up 3 and to the right 8 as we move around it. In the next one, let's try this. Take the first y that you see, that's negative 6, minus the other y that you see. But watch out, that other y has a minus sign on it. So it's negative 6 minus negative 7. Notice this minus sign's always here. We've got an extra minus sign living in front of the 7. Now we subtract our x's. The first one I see is negative 4 minus 12. So this is really negative 6 plus 7. Right? You're minusing a negative over negative 16. So I have a positive 1 up top over 16 in the bottom, and we can put the negative. You can leave the negative on the 16 if you want, or you can move it out to the front. As long as you keep track that you do indeed have a negative slope for this one. Okay, so let's go ahead and try number 28 on your own. Just put your answer in the Ed puzzle here. Okay, so hopefully we got this one right. We're going to take 4 minus, we got another tricky double negative here, negative 11. Right? Those are the two y's. 4 minus negative 11. Then in the bottom, we have 1 minus 9. So that top really is going to become 4 plus 11. 1 minus 9 is negative 8. 4 plus 11 is 15 over the negative 8. You can leave it like that if you want. I prefer to just throw the negative out in front so we know in general this is a negative slope. Oops. Let's try that again. I prefer to write it like that, so we can just say as we move left to right on a line with that slope, it would go down 15 and to the right 8. So on your actual quiz, what I'm going to ask you to do is identify the quadrant that the points are in. It's not going to be really possible for you to plot points on the Schoology assignment, so make sure that you know that this is quadrant 1 over here. I'll use Roman numeral 1 for that. Make sure you know this is quadrant 2 over here. Again, Roman numeral 2. Clean that up a little bit. Use the Roman numerals. Down here we have Roman numeral 3, quadrant 3, and then this will be your quadrant 4. Okay? So if I ask you what quadrant point A is in, you would go down, you go to the left 2 and up 1. Okay? And that's where we would plot point A. So you would tell me that A lives in quadrant 2. For the point 4, 0, well, here we're just going to go to the right 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and that doesn't live in a quadrant, it's on the x-axis. Okay? That lives right on the x-axis. I don't think I'll ask you that on the quiz, but that's where it is. It's not in a quadrant. The point 3, 4, that means to go to the right 1, 2, 3, and go up 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so that is point C. That's in quadrant 1. Okay, we go to the right 3 and we go up 4. Now for point D, we're going to go to the left 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and we're going to go down 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's where point D lives. Okay. 13, negative 9. I'll do a couple more with you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. And now we're going to go down 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That is E, and he lives in quadrant 4. Oh, did I miss one? Where's D is in quadrant 3. Sorry about that. Forgot to write that one there for you. 0, negative 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That means the 0 means don't go to the left or right at all. Just go down 5. That lives on the y-axis. Okay, so go ahead and tell me what quadrant G lives in with a point of negative 12, 3. So hopefully negative 12, 3, you said you went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and then up 3. That is point G, and you should have told me that he lives in quadrant 2.